Hello and welcome to Gardener's World. And this week, the whole team are here. We're all going to be bringing you the very best of the Malvern Flower Show, which must be the most spectacular setting of any show anywhere. What are you looking for, Joe?
I'm going to take advantage of the good weather and head straight over to the show gardens, get some new garden designers here. I'm really excited.
And I'm going to come with you because I'm interested in how people are putting plants together on the show gardens.
Yeah, and instead of starting up in the Marquee as usual, I'm going to come outside and see what wonderful hidden gems I can find.
Fantastic.
All right, well, we'll catch up later.
OK.
See you later.
Now, yesterday, I came here and got a sneak preview of the Floral Marquee, where everybody was putting the finishing touches before the judges arrived. Normally at Malvern, you can expect to see the very best of spring flowers, but this year it's different. All plants have been affected by the very early spring. So this wonderful display of lupins I would normally expect to see at Chelsea, not Malvern. And foxgloves are a plant that I associate with the end of May and beginning of June. So to see them here at Malvern is distinctly early, but wonderful. But there is one that always surprises me, and that's the meconopsis. That incredible blue that shines out with its icy purity is just stunning. I love it. Now, I have tried growing it in my garden, but I have to say without much success. And I've found it really quite tricky.
It does have a reputation for being difficult, but if you give it the right conditions, they are fully hard and they do well.
So what are the right conditions?
I think there's three key things, and that's a very rich soil, any kind of manures, any kind of compost, can't overfeed them. And then a moist soil in summer, so plenty of moisture, don't let them dry out in summer. And then part shade. I think the further south you go, the more shade they need.
But not dry shade?
Definitely not dry shade.
Now, this is a plant that I definitely want to grow next year. It's a hardy annual, French cow parsley, or Olea grandiflora. And whereas I love the British cow parsley, this has a kind of elegance. The flowers are bigger, they're whiter, and I would certainly give this pride of place in any border because it has that elegance and freshness that I particularly associate with the Malvern Flower Show. Over the last few years, I've been getting more and more pleasure from ferns, although I do know a lot of people see them as just a solution to a tricky gardening problem. But this stand shows them at their very best. Now, I know that you two see magic in every fern, but a lot of people do see ferns as a solution to a particular problem, particularly dry shade.
One of our best sellers actually would be something like this, which is Dryopteris felix mass linearis polydactyla. And it's British native, tough as old boots. This here that's a form of the hart's tongue. The standard hart's tongue is obviously flat, but this is a crispum form. Again, it's British native, good for dry.
I mean, one does tend to think is because ferns are so often used for dry shade, that's what they require. How flexible are they?
Obviously, it depends on the type of fern. The Dryopteris, I'd say, were the most adaptable because they will take full sun as well. For the best colour, and the best conditions, really, full shade is the best for them. Right. Also, if they have too much sun, it bleaches the green out of them a little bit and they do yellow. Right.
Now, I know that when I first met you two, a few years ago now, was here at Malvern, and you won your first gold at Malvern that year. First time you showed here, you won a gold.
Did too, yeah.
But you've won a few since.
We are on 45 now.
45. And I'm assuming that you're confident.
We always put as much effort in as we possibly can, so fingers crossed.
Well, I'll come back tomorrow.
We'll be here.
Commiserate or congratulate, but I have a feeling I'll be congratulated.
Well, let's hope so.
Right, cheers.
Yesterday, this vast marquee was empty other than the stall holders putting the finishing touches to their stand in readiness for the judging. Well, the judges have been and gone. They've made their decisions, And the crowds that have flocked in are as eager as I am to know the results. How did you get on?
And we're the gold.
Another gold.
Did you want to see it?
I believe you.
Marvellous.
Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
I've got a piece of paper here which has told me which is the best in show. No one else knows, and I've been given permission to break that good news to the winning stall. Linda, hello.
Hello,
I
Monty.
love this display. It looks superb.
Thank you.
Are you happy with the way it's gone?
We're very pleased with it.
Do you think
yes.
the judges liked it?
I hope so, yes.
Well, I've got a bit of news, because in this paper here that they did like it. They liked it very much indeed, and they've not only given you a gold medal, but it's best in show.
Wow. That's brilliant.
Had you expected that?
We hadn't, no. No, it's that's lovely, that is. My husband will be thrilled.
Well, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It looks superb, and you must be very proud.
Thank you.
All right, well
Brilliant.
done.
Thank you.
You know, I've always wanted to see the desert in bloom, but if you can't get to a desert this weekend, then come to Malvern and see this display here. It's the next best thing. Now, whilst I'm inside the Floral Marquee, Joe and Rachel are outside having a look at the show gardens.
There are 23 show gardens at Malvern this year, ranging from the prehistoric to a pub garden.
That's right. Yes, every year the bar is raised.
That's terrible, Joe.
I've got worse than that. But apparently this is a replica of a real pub, and they're celebrating 100 years of the pub being in the same family. So cheers.
Fantastic. I love it because the planting's so beautiful. It's so atmospheric and naturalistic. Love these little lilacs here at the entrance.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful garden. I'm sort of thinking more about the beer, really.
No, stop it. Put it down. Come on, we're going to see gardens.
OK, I'll come back for that.
Coastal gardens bring their own unique set of challenges, but this lovely garden designed by Mark Walker shows just how many different plants you can grow. Here at the back, there are banks of annuals, beautiful cosmos osteospermums, and they're all grown by pupils at West Haven School. And then down towards the front, he's made a causeway using reclaimed timber from the pier at Weston-super-Mare. And each side, you've got these little beaches planted with things that will really tolerate that salty sea spray. So we may be in the middle of landlocked Malvern, but I could swear I can smell the sea.
In a garden before time, we see prehistoric plants like tree ferns and the dramatic cycads, which I love, but remember, they wouldn't make it through a British winter. The design incorporates all these plants into a stylised Jurassic landscape alongside black ammonite paving, coal mulch and a T-Rex table. This is the designer's first show garden. They got a Silver Gilt and Most Creative Award. Personally, I would have liked to have seen the planting a little bit more dense and a little bit more free-flowing to create a really jungly look.
In a clever marriage of hard landscaping and planting, Alex Bell's garden uses contrasting pale and dark materials as a backdrop for lush, shade-loving plants. The chunky hewn timber benches at the back and cut-off chestnut stumps amid a grove of acers, ferns and dicentras really show how a shady corner can be transformed from a problem into an asset.
This garden's called A Time for Olives, and it's based on a Spanish olive grove. And it tells the story of the wonderful olive tree that starts off as small whips, which we've got over there, and mature into the most majestic sculptural trees. But in the grove themselves, when they become non-productive, they get grubbed out and left on the side, whereas there is a way of continuing their life in the garden, because they can be potted up, shipped over to places like the UK, and they can be grown on, which is wonderful because our climate is getting drier and drier over time, so plants like this are becoming more relevant. And some of them, like the one behind me, is 500 years old, and it's still going strong.
It can be difficult to grow alpines and other ground-hugging plants in a really contemporary setting. But Kenny Lee's garden has created miniaturised vistas in a series of raised beds. I particularly love the tightly knit, colourful planting of thrifts, thymes and sedums, and the jagged rocks combine in a Lilliputian landscape.
The Morgan garden is a grown-up, accomplished design, and for me it's got all the elements of a well-balanced garden. A bold centrepiece which provides a ceiling to the space and along with the boundaries creates intimacy. The plants are chosen for their height, volume and density, which keeps the eye moving through it nicely.
Well, this garden's designed and built by the Graduate Gardeners, and it's their third gold and best in show in 3 years.
It's amazing. They must be doing something right, and clearly they are. This is just immaculate. Not only the planting, the quality of the planting, but the hard landscaping as well. It's just there's nothing to fault it.
Yeah, the layout I love. It's a standout garden of the show. Yeah. You've got the veggie patch down the side, which is beautifully done. This structure as well, 2 stories, could be an office or I don't know, an extra bedroom or somewhere for the kids to play.
Absolutely. And I really like this sort of planting here because you've got the structure of the box there and then it just goes to these wildflowers in the front.
But also as that dies down in the winter, you've got these box balls here, these informal box balls.
Holding it together.
Just holding it together all year round, you know, everything's been thought through, it works very well.
Exactly. So overall, very good show. I mean, show gardens are excellent, aren't they?
Fantastic. And I don't want to sound negative, but, a few years ago, maybe sort of 7 or 8 years ago, come up to Malvern and the show gardens weren't of a standard of the other shows in a way. But now, they're up there with the best.
Exactly. Bumper crop.
Bumper crop.
However good your design, whether it's a show garden or your patch back at home, it's the quality of the plants that really makes or breaks it. And here at Malvern, there are so many superb plants on offer. All around the showground, there are all manner of wonderful stands. And of course, the ones I'm immediately drawn to are the plant stands, and they're full of hidden treasures. There are all sorts of jewel-like plants here. And they're alpines, so they're particularly relevant in the kind of drought conditions that many of us have been experiencing recently. And there are plants here I've never seen before. Now, I grow erodiums, but some of these, this lovely marula and this little frapetta behind me, I've never, ever seen before. And they're excellent plants if you've got dry conditions and well-drained soil. Any kind of rock garden or trough, and you're going to be able to grow them. But there's one plant here that I think is a special favourite. Its common name is night-scented phlox, although it isn't a phlox at all. It's a little South African plant, and it's called Zelusianskia ovata. And in the evening, that scent pervades the whole garden, just from this mat of glorious white red-back flowers. Well, you can take cuttings, Yeah, make some more. Of course, the very best thing about any flower show is actually buying the plants and taking them home. And already you're dreaming about how you're going to put them together. But what I love about this stand is each plant is given its own space, and you can really appreciate what each individual has to offer. And there are such marvellous plants here. This glorious anchusa, which is all over the show. May is its time. Easy to grow, really straightforward. And in the background, this scintillating iris, Kent Pride. These lovely bearded irises are adoring this weather. They want a sunny, dry position and quite poor soil. And the third plant, the Sanguisorba menzesii, you very seldom see it, but it's an absolute delight. Easy to grow, any sort of garden soil. And I reckon it's going to become extremely popular. As well as looking at the plants, it's seeing which plants end up with which people that can be so entertaining. Do you know how to save a seed?
I don't know.
Because you can grow it yourself again. just that'll be the first flower to mature. As soon as it's dry and brown, chop it off, store your seeds in a paper bag. Half this autumn. Have you got a greenhouse?
I haven't,
No.
but my friend has, so I might borrow hers.
Right. So half then, and then half again in the spring.
Yeah.
Because it's only an annual, but it's so worth growing.
Yes.
Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Lovely choice. I love this trolleus. This is cheddar, and it epitomises this time of the year. Loves a damp spot, and to me it's pure Malvern. But you can also find things which are going to go on looking good all summer long. So I've got a few of this campanula, which I adore. It's a sterile hybrid, and it's going to go on flowering right the way through the season, right into the autumn. And that's the great thing about Malvern. You can get things for right now and for the whole year.
Well, it's nice to be sitting here. I was going to say it's nice to see you all, just to be back together again.
It's good,
But,
isn't it?
do you know, I haven't been to Malvern for a few years, and there's this really nice combination of feeling back at somewhere I know and like, and seeing fresh new things.
This is your home turf, isn't it?
It is,
But
very much my local show.
this backdrop with the hills here, I mean, I love Malvern. I think it's a lovely show. Fantastic show gardens. Joe and I have been looking around.
Yeah, great show
Very
gardens. And
impressive.
I know it sounds like a bit of a cliche, but they get better and better every year.
Wonderful stuff in the Marquee there.
Well, I haven't
But the
been in
stuff-
there yet. I'm desperate to get in there.
The stuff in the Marquee's always been good, hasn't it? But
Yeah.
these outside stands are just packed with brilliant plants. I've already been buying stuff.
There's that incredible sort of spring-like freshness at Malvern that you don't get elsewhere.
Which is pretty incredible in a year like this.
Well, yeah.
Haven't they done
Yeah.
wonderfully?
Yeah, I mean, that's just, you know, the skill.
Yeah.
Let alone the plants and all the rest of it. Now, I mean, I want to have a look at the show garden probably, but I have seen one, which I don't know if you've seen it, is my very local veg garden.
No?
Both interesting, beautiful, good, inspiring, all the things you want. Really nice.
Yeah.
So I recommend that.
We might get a chance to look later.
I'll watch it on telly.
It's easier. Sales of vegetable seeds have outstripped flowers again this year, just as they have done for the last 5 years. And the most ardent vegetable grower will find lots to see here at Malvern. It's not all just practical. Some of it is really beautiful too, and none more so than the show garden of Hannah Genders. Hannah, I can see that this is, you know, a beautiful vegetable garden, but what's the underlying theme to it?
Well, the whole idea of it is to be really local. And my idea of local is to source everything on my bike. So from my home, I went out on my bike, and if I couldn't get there on my bike, it's not in the garden.
Are you trying to say that everything here, including the paving slabs, all the plants, the wood, you got on your bike?
Well, I sourced it on my bike. I didn't actually bring it here,
okay.
but I cycled the distance to be able to find it, so I found everything.
I
on
like
my
the thing, you know, chairs scrounged from church in my village, and longest ride. I mean, things like the gravel, you had to go quite a long way.
I tried to get the most local gravel, so Forest of Dean is
And
probably the most local.
Where is local?
I'm in a little village called Rouselench, and I'm just north of Evesham.
I mean, I know people like me talk a lot about local, but what's the virtue in that? I mean, why bother? Why do things locally?
Well, I think, A, it cuts down on travel miles, genuinely. It gives the character of a Worcestershire garden, because everything in it is from the local area. And I'm using nurseries, for instance, here, that are local nurseries. And, you know, they're not being shipped in from anywhere. These are good growers that I think I need to support.
So will be suitable for your garden. I mean, if you're buying local things. I mean, this bed here, you point to this one.
Yeah.
It's a real mixture, isn't it? You've got step-over apples, you've got kale, you've got roses, you've got cercium, all growing cheek by jowl.
Yes.
Is that how you garden?
I would definitely put that beautiful kale in with that colour scheme. I think it looks fantastic.
I think it's absolutely lovely. It does show that vegetables can be beautiful.
Yeah.
I even think your compost heap is beautiful.
Thank you. Well, that is locally cut coppiced hazel and then made so you can actually move it. So that you could build it 1 year, fill it up, plant it up and move it the next year.
Now, one thing I couldn't help noticing as I was standing looking is this show garden is full of bees.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that luck or was that intentional? Have you planted
Well,
them?
I've planted for them because they're so important in any garden, but particularly in a vegetable garden. I mean, for instance, we've been growing these fabulous beans inside and bringing them out, and they desperately need pollinating now in order to set the beans.
But it's got to be practical to everybody. I mean, it's fine if you live in a beautiful part of the country, but if you live in an inner city, can you apply this sort of thing?
Well, I think you can, because what I've tried to do, Monty, is make it very modular. So, for instance, I mean, this bed over here...
Yeah, what's this stuff here? I don't recognise this. What is that?
Well, it's a fibre bed, so it's made from a natural fibre, a waste product from the agricultural industry, and it just fits together. I've actually tied it together.
So it comes as a flat pack?
Yeah.
Right, so you could have your own little vegetable garden on a roof or a concrete yard.
Yeah, in the middle
or
of the city, and it could look like that.
Right.
So.
And that's lovely. And that white flower bean I don't recognise.
Well, I had to include that because that is very local to me. That seed from that has been collected for 25 years in my village and grown on each year from the same seed.
I mean, one talks about heirloom veg, but I mean, that's real heirloom veg, isn't it?
It is.
It's handed down.
Yeah.
I do like this idea of things having meaning. And I like the fact you've got a table in the middle, because in the end, the real meaning of veg to me is food.
It's food, yes, absolutely.
Looks beautiful, it tastes good, and it makes a nice garden. Yeah. Well, it's a winning combination. I hope the judges think so too.
So do I.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, I like it very much.
Thanks.
Well, it turns out that the judges agreed with me, and Hannah got a gold medal for her very local veg garden.
I love growing vegetables, so anything to do with veg growing is going to interest and excite me. But I do think that garden is going to take some beating. And whatever it is that turns you on about gardening, you'll find it here at the show.
Like Monty, I have become passionate about growing vegetables, and I'm always looking out for pots and things that I can put the produce in when I've gone around picking. Now this place, I've walked past it several times today, and it's gradually drawing me in because I spotted these. And apparently they are Chinese rice measurers. I think they're rather good. They come in sort of different sizes. I think that one might be better. I can get more in there. Yes, I think I can give that another lease of life in my garden.
I've only got a small garden at home. I'm looking for plants that really earn their keep. And I saw some erysimum, some perennial wallflowers earlier. Now they just flower all summer long, adding great colour. They've got to be around here somewhere. You're not having. Are you having all of it? Because I've got one.
Whole lot.
Are you serious?
Yes, all of them.
You're not going to get them into that truck.
I've just done it. All there.
They are. They just keep flowering and flowering.
The wife. It's the wife.
The wife.
The wife.
You two are buying up all the perennial wallflowers here.
Just about.
It's a bit mean. Will you have some of the orange ones?
I don't like orange.
All right, I'll take some of the orange ones then.
You have those.
See, I think they're missing a trick. I do like the pastel colours, but with these, case of just pick a colour you like and go with it. And look at that, those oranges. This one's called Apricot Twist, and it intensifies the green of the foliage. I'm having these.
Just occasionally at these shows you come across something that completely takes your breath away. And this stand has done exactly that with me. I think it's magical. Everywhere you look there are such beautiful plants, things you want to touch, like this glorious meconopsis with its soft furry leaves. And then these wondrous science fiction cirripediums, these great big lady slipper orchids. And then there are plants that are dark and dangerous, like this Fritillaria campshukensis. Look how wonderfully it's been put together with that ranunculus aconitefolius flora plano. It's complete opposite, really. White and fluffy and incredibly feminine. Funnily enough, when this stand was judged, it was awarded a silver gilt medal. And the reason that was given about why it didn't get a gold was that perhaps this ranunculus didn't fit in too well. Well, everybody has their own opinions about these things, and I'm afraid I don't share that particular one.
I can see why Carol loved this stand, because it seems to me to capture that real spirit of Malvern, which is spring plants, the freshness of a particular season, but also some really exceptional things. I mean, for example, this delicate series of flowers is a joy. It's not a plant I know. It's my Anthemum henryi. Never grown it, but of course, immediately I want to find out about it. And that's one of the great things about coming to a show. You see things, you learn, you revel in what you know you like, but also you find new things. And this epimedium is a joy. Absolutely wonderful. Now that'll go on my shopping list too. Talking of which, I've got plants that I definitely know I want to buy. If I don't get on with it, I'm going to run out of time. So that's what I'm going to do now. I love pelargoniums, especially the scented leaf sort, and we've always grown lots at Longmeadow, although our stock has got a bit thin. So I think now's the right moment to replenish it and buy some here. I do love these. Now, have you got Sarah Don? Yeah, very sure. Well, you spelt it wrong. Got two N's.
Oh, shoot the secretary.
Yeah, we'll kill them at the nursery. Mind you, are you spelling yours right?
Well, I'm pretty sure, you know. It's, the family has spelled it that way for a long time.
All right, then we'll make amends on that one.
It's still the same plant.
It's still the same plant, though.
I would definitely like a couple of those.
Okay.
And then you can be answerable to Sarah for getting a name. Oh, actually, 3 for 10 would be good.
All right.
Also, Lady Plymouth.
Lady Plymouth, that's Lady Plymouth, this one here.
Fine, lovely.
Okay, right, that.
That one?
Right.
We need some money. How much is that?
That is £20.
Well, I've had a really enjoyable couple of days here at Malvern. Particularly nice to meet up with Carol, Rachel and Joe, but there are so many things here for the gardener, and if you can, do come along, because the show is open until Sunday night. Now, next week, I'll be back at Longmeadow planting up my pelargoniums amongst various other jobs. So I'll see you there next Friday. Bye-bye.